What would happen to an animal cell with an internal salt concentration of 0.8% if it were placed in a salt solution with a concentration of 20%? So the salt solution is 20%. Okay, so and then we're given this picture. So here's the 20% salt solution that's outside. And then we have the 0.8 salt solution inside the cell. Okay, so something important to make sure that we understand, a word that we need to make sure that we know, is right here where it said internal. Internal means inside. Okay, so if we look at this image, inside, internally, the salt concentration is 0.8%, and then outside of it, we have a salt concentration of 20%. Okay, now to help us answer this question and figure out what would happen to the cell, is this cell right here, is it going to get bigger? Is it going to get smaller? Is it unaffected? In order to figure that out, I want to review just a couple of terms with you. So we're going to use these pictures right over here. So we have three different pictures of cells, okay? And this first picture of cells, we can see that the cells look really small and shriveled. They look like they've shrunk. They've gotten smaller. So remember, if cells get smaller, then that means that water has left. Okay, the water has gone out. And that is called a hypertonic solution. Okay, remember, if you have hyper brothers or sisters and they come into your room, you tell them to get out. Okay, so in a hypertonic solution, the cells will lose water. Water's going to leave, and that causes them to look all small and shriveled. When we look at this next picture of cells right there in the middle, these cells look pretty normal. They don't look too big. They don't look too small. So I'm going to put that these cells look normal. Okay, and when cells look normal, this is called isotonic. Remember, iso happy because everything is normal, everything is balanced, everything is exactly the way it's supposed to be. So if one water molecule moves in, another water molecule will move out. Okay, and then finally, this image right here, it looks like these cells are really big and swollen. We can see how they're pretty fat. Even this cell right here looks like it's bursting. Okay, so for this, the water has moved in. Okay, and it's causing the cell to get really big and fat. And remember, that's going to be called hypotonic. Okay, remember, hypo sounds like hippo. Hippos are really fat. So in a hypotonic solution, our cells get fat. And the reason why they get fat is because all the water moves in. Okay, so these are our three types of osmotic solutions when water moves. So this question is asking, which way will the water move? So in order to do that, we need to remember the phrase solute sucks, or salt sucks, or starch sucks. Okay, remember, solutes are just salts or sugars or starches. Okay, and so when we look at these numbers that we have a 20% salt outside the cell and a 0.8% salt inside of the cell. So whichever number is bigger, that solute is going to suck all of the water towards that same direction, towards the higher number of solute or salt. Okay, so keeping that in mind, solute sucks, salt sucks. Think about which direction the water is going to move. Will it move into the cell, out of the cell, or both? And then choose the best answer.